Okay, it is August 20th, 2026, and we've had a hell of a busy until couple of days, as is typically the case when Mr. Perry when he gets desperate to deliver a victim of human trafficking to the buyer. Everyone wants their money. So, remember, we said it before, not after. You get caught when you do it to me, cause and effect. You get caught when you do it to me. Right? The cause is you did it to me. The effect is you got caught. And you do every day for 15 years. We get the information most times before you have a chance to do the crime. While you're sitting around planning it and talking about it. And it's different than the other victims, but it's the same every time you do it to me. And yet you guys still, 15 years into this, act all shocked and dismayed. Oh my God, we got caught again. How'd she find out? How'd she know to do that? Oh my God, what are we going to do? But you should be used to it. You should expect it at this point because you knew and you did it anyways. You know you know what's to expect when you do the crime to me. You know, at this point, it's 15 years of this. If you don't know, you need to check yourself into a nursing home. You're in bad shape. I mean, we've been doing this dance for 15 years. Okay, so when he gets desperate to deliver me, he sold me to some dude named Larry Hughes, who's a Houston realtor. My guess is most victims don't have that kind of information either. And Mr. Perry, for the life of him, cannot figure out what it means that I have it. Why is it different that I have that kind of information and the other victims don't? Okay, and if he's doing this to me, George and Keith, with the help that I have, knowing he's going to get caught if he does the crime to me, they know that. They have for 15 years, all day long, every day. Then how much worse is it for the people at the compounds? How much worse is... They don't have the help I have, so how much worse is it for them? They're definitely not there voluntarily if he's putting this much duress on me. If he harasses me this much and bothers me this much and causes this many problems for me, what do you do to them? Okay, this is a serious matter. This is major, worst of the worst kind of criminals there are. Deranged, demented, I don't care. You know, some of these guys are wealthy white businessmen, middle-aged men, white men, and they don't classify themselves in their head as the worst of the worst kind of criminals. Okay, but everyone else does. Okay, nobody will help you out with even one name of anybody investigating you so that you can interfere with what they're doing to end it and shut your ass down. That is the goal. The goal is to ruin you and ruin your crime. Mr. Perry just threatened me again. Okay, that's why nobody will help you with a name. Okay? The goal is to ruin you and your crime and stop the suffering you are causing. You've caused a lot of major loss to people that did nothing to you at all. Nothing. And you have pursued it vigorously. And you horrify people when you do that. It is not different for you than Jeff Epstein. People don't see you any different than they saw him. But you're worse. They don't see you any different than they see John Cooley or BTK. And don't cry and whine that you get called the boogeyman. Don't act like the boogeyman if you don't want to get called boogeyman. In this country, we have the right to take information in and form an opinion based on what the information is and state that opinion. Lots of people expressed an opinion that O.J. Simpson was guilty even though he was acquitted. Lots of people have expressed that opinion. Some people think he didn't do it. Some people are dead. I'm one of them that thinks he did do it and he got away with murder. Okay, so we all can form an opinion about you. You are not special. You horrify people equally to BTK. Equal, because, you know, BTK was a sadist. He enjoyed torture. He went and ejaculated after torturing and murdering people. He fantasized about it. He trolled victims. He found people he felt like he could, you know, that were vulnerable and that he could do this to. And he trolled. He says it. He did in his allocution. He talked about, here's what I did all day with my time. I trolled for victims. I stalked my victims. I learned about them. And then I attacked them and I took their life. And before I did that, I tortured them. I put them through the unimaginable. And then I had a sex thrill out of that, so I went and ejaculated. You are no different, Gregory. You are no different, Lucius. You are no different, Charles Perry. You are no different, David Robertson. You are no different, Gordy. You're all the same. Birds of a feather flock together. Okay, you're doing things that normal people can't imagine. Your minds go in some deep, dark places that normal people's minds do not go. I appreciate that some of you were probably victims of child abuse. I just don't care. No one cares. Nobody cares. Okay, Oprah Winfrey was raped when she was 14 and got pregnant, and then she had a son, and that baby died within a few days. And do you see her acting like you? And that's my excuse to fail. Or is that her reason to succeed and make somebody else's life better? Let me ease the burden for other people so they don't have to go through what I went through. Everybody gets a choice. Everybody has to live with their choices. Okay, you may have gotten away with this stuff all your life. I told you in 2016, not this time. Life as you know it is over. Let go of what was, embrace what is. When you do the crime to me, you're gonna get caught. It's gonna be different this time, but it'll be the same every time you do it. We're gonna get information like the McNamara email, I already had it, before you have a chance to do it. Now you have a choice. Fuck off or get caught and go to prison. That doesn't mean they wouldn't have put you in prison anyway, but you've certainly given us plenty of fuel, plenty of weaponry. Have you not? I don't like Charles. I rejected him and I left. And I moved twice to get away from him. We've not been in the same room since 2013, and I understand he's lied about that. Here's the thing. I have a phone and a phone number. Anybody can call me and double check what he says. Anybody can. A cop can. My family can. Anybody can. Charles Perry told me you guys are living together, or he has an apartment for you, or he's spoiling you rotten. Is that true? No, actually, I'm living in my car. He's starving me to death. No one bothered to check. No one. And that's on you. That's on you. Okay? People have an opinion of you as well because you're complicit in the criminal acts against me and my kids. And as you have a responsibility to not act like that. Okay, and everybody, has to live with their choices, whatever they were. My choice was fight the motherfucker and take his ass out. And I don't mean that I'm not going to go kill you or something. I know you always take everything wrong. Mr. Perry takes literally everything the wrong way. Didn't mean it like that. We got to get our puppets and crayons out to explain it for you. And the fingerprint, because you didn't understand what I was talking about. That's not what I meant. How embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for you. I'm embarrassed for you. That you take so much wrong. And people have to sit you down and explain that much. And it just never clicks. I'm embarrassed for you. I'm really embarrassed for you. Anyway, Facebook is not proof of life. No one bothered to check on me. But here's what I did, okay? He had me illegally arrested and detained for 2 months. I lost my home. I lost my BMW. I worked for that. My son had to go to school and explain why his mom's arrested, and all over the news, mugshots all over the news. Dennis, what happened to you? What'd your mom do? Nothing. I filed a police report, which is my right, to get a yucky man off my back. And that yucky man did something illegal and committed perjury. And here we are. Lost our home. Lost my car. Everything. Sat there for 2 months. Did not even once consider talking to Mr. Perry. I didn't even want to hear his name. And he's threatened me with another one ever since. They dropped the charges. Doesn't matter, though. That what you did, you did. I still lost my home. You let the charges hang out there for 1.5 years. My attorney should have got that dismissed immediately. Because it was obstruction of justice, and you destroyed my evidence when you did that. I'm not going to go through the whole thing again. I've gone through it many, many times. many times. So, but there's a lot of similarities between Mike Neely and this is what my shrink said during all that. I think he did it to hurt you. And I think when he knows he hurts you, he does it more. Now, is that not sadistic, psychotic? Okay, why are you bothering everybody? Why don't you have a life? Why can't you be mature and professional and dignified? And don't bother people. Okay, go home to your family. Go work. Go see your constituents. You want to run for governor? Please get off my back and go run for fucking governor. You're going to have to get some help because you're not mentally stable. You're not. Or you wouldn't bother me. You wouldn't bother me at all. You wouldn't bother anybody. You'd be normal. You'd go work. You'd stop creeping everybody out, and you'd stop sitting on your ass causing major loss and pissing people off and making them hate you and turn against you. And that's all you've done for 15 years. That's your legacy. That's the best you can do. So there's the transcripts are here. See, anybody can read through it. You want to ignore this. However, sometimes he escalates more than you can ignore. You think? He just put me in jail. Okay, he's making a situation where I have to deal with it. I don't have a choice. So in this letter, she says at the last paragraph, she's articulate, she's smart, and she's done her best to avoid the guy, and she's scared he's going to hurt her or people in her life. And he has, and he did. So she was not wrong. And there's another recording here that's subsequent to the dropping of the charges. When I was trying to... In Oklahoma, you have to file a police report to get a stalking protective order. That's what I did. Within a week, they had me arrested for filing a false police report in retaliation for his job as a senator. Okay, well, stalking women is not what a guy needs to do to pass laws in Texas, nor is human trafficking. Okay, so this guy comes, and I recorded him too, and you can read the transcripts here too, and he solicits sex from Mr. Perry for $5,000. I did not counteroffer. I said, no, the guy creeps me out. Absolutely never going to happen. The guy fucking creeps me out. He's a nasty creep. Fuck. He's creepo. No. Okay? I'm rebuffing you when I call you names, and you need to grow up. Okay? Get off my back and get out of my life. And then you won't get called a name. Okay? I think you're lame. I think you're boring. I think you're weak. I think you're pathetic. I think you're a fucking loser. I think you're repulsive. Okay, I don't go out with the men who peeps and creeps. I don't go out with the man who makes me broke. I do not do broke. Motherfucker, I don't do broke. I don't do guy who goes to my family and my kids and talks to them behind my back and tells them to lie to me about it. Okay, all those are no-goes. Yep, nope, no-go. That's never, you're done. You're out. So, you're a job for me, but even if you weren't, and you had some sort of chance, that ended it. I don't do guy who besmirches me. I want a man who defends my honor. Okay? You have badmouthed me enough. That's enough. Okay? So, here's what, Mr. Perry, if you contact me, I'm going to ruin the fuck out of you. I told you to stop contacting me. I do not give a fuck what you think, and I don't want to help you. Why can't you get that? Why can't you get that? God. Leave people alone. Leave everybody alone. We have heard complaints for the last week. The guy's either harassing her or harassing everybody else about her. He needs to fucking get a life. You think? How embarrassing for you. Okay, so this guy, look at that. He'll pay you $5,000 for 2 hours for sex. He's soliciting prostitution on behalf of Mr. Perry. This man I did not know. He came to my work. He found out where I worked and when I worked. And came in to creep on me for Mr. Perry. So, this is stalking. It's illegal in all 50 states. So is human trafficking. So is coercion. So is interfering in people's money. Stealing money from women and children. So, look at this. The guy's loopy. He's creepy. No, I didn't counteroffer. I didn't say, well, maybe I'll do it for $7,000. I said flat out, straight up, ew, no, absolutely not. By the way, we were in the middle of a lawsuit, which I tell him that. I was suing Mr. Perry for that false arrest. And I asked for an injunctive order. I'd already asked for one. I'd asked for protective orders 2 and 3 times. The first one, I forgot my police report. So Mr. Perry knew you had to file a police report in Oklahoma to get a stalking protective order, because my first attempt in May 2015 in Creek County was denied because I forgot my police report. I did have the officer's name in the case number, but I forgot the actual report. I left it on the table right by the door, and for whatever reason walked out without it. Now looking back, it was good that I did that, because Mr. Perry can't say, well, we didn't know she had to file a police report to get a stalking protective order, because he did know due to the denial on the first attempt. I tried again. I did it in May. I tried again in June. Judge Irick wouldn't even talk to me in June. Not when I added my son Dennis, because he's getting harassed too. Okay, this is enough. You're a grown fucking ass man. It is time that you stop stomping your stupid little feet and take your fucking diaper off and act your age. We all get rejected, we all move on, and you need to fuck off me. We've all had it with you. It's enough. I will never go with you. Okay? After what you've done to me, my intent is to ruin you and your crime, to end the suffering you're causing. Day after day after... Who the fuck do you think you are? Doing shit like that. And acting like a 2-year-old little brat. Somebody done me wrong song. She won't, like me back. Oh my God. How old are you people? And there's a bunch of you acting like that. How many people are in the room where you guys sit there and watch me in the privacy of my home against my will and make me feel raped and sit there and plan poison? And let's put poison in the coffee and take to the store. They did it actually right after I said they're using bioweapons, and they're putting rat poison in shit, repackaging it and putting it on the grocery store shelves. Right after I said that, guess what? They did it. I get home, I tried my coffee, and it made me sick as a dog. I had to throw the rest of it out. So that money that it cost me, David's coming right out of your ass with intel. They did all day long. You guys sat this morning and talked about who you think is investigating you, and I think we pissed off somebody at PG&E. And has she been to L.A.? When was she in L.A.? Would she have met anybody with the Sheriff's Department, L.A. County Sheriff's Department, terrorism task force, blah, blah, blah? We heard you. You're going to pay with intel, David, and we're going to use the intel to put you in jail. That's our goal. Nobody's gotten closer to that goal than we have. And you forget who you're dealing with and who you're doing this to. You get caught when you do it to me. It's never happened before. It is absolutely happening now. Whether you want to get out of your little daydream and take your fucking head out of your asses or not. Doesn't matter to us either way. We get the intel. Either way. And you look stupid. And it's so easy, it's not even fair. But because you did that to me last night, David, even after we said something about it, you paid with intel all damn day, didn't you? Was it worth it? Is that your goal? Is that your objective? To get caught and get me more information because you did something like that to me? Trying to make me sick? What, delivery's always on Wednesday, right? Maybe she'll get sick enough this time that we can go kidnap her out of her house because she'll be nice and subjugated or end up at the hospital. I have help with people telling me what to do when you do shit like that, and you know that. Okay, you don't drive by a cop in a speed trap in a school zone going 100, do you? Unless you're just dumb. And that's what you guys do every day, basically. You know my guys are investigating you. You know their plan. You know our strategy. And you fall right into it every time. And we think that I don't care what you fall into, just so you know, but sometimes we get, this is supposed to deter your crime that you get caught. For most people, it would. They see a cop on the side of the road with a radar, they slow down, and yet you speed right through every day. And I want you off my back. We all want you guys off our backs. Everybody does. Everybody's tired of your phone calls. All of you people with your phone calls. And the whiny sob stories. And I can't get away with my murder this time. I can't get away with my, with my pedophilia this time. No, and you were told that in 2015, were you not? We gave you full disclosure. You made a choice to keep going right back at it. So you made a choice to get caught. Okay, that's like you walk in my kitchen. You weren't invited into my kitchen. And you turn the stove all the way up and sit on it and then complain to everybody for the next, an ungodly amount of hours of their time you're wasting complaining that you got burned. But we told you you would. Get the fuck out of my kitchen. Get out of it. You were not invited in it. I asked you to leave me alone. I moved twice, not down the street, 400 miles away to another town and then another state. I had to move twice. My son's education got interrupted twice. We had to leave we had to leave all our friends, everybody we knew, twice, and start all over again because of you. Okay, you want to act like a 2-year-old little bitch instead of a grown-ass mature man. Okay, we're all tired of dealing with your soap opera. We're all tired of it. Now, at the end of this, look at this. You missing the big picture because I won't go be a prostitute to a nasty piece of shit like Charles Perry or anybody at all. I won't anybody at all, but for sure not him. Absolutely not him. I didn't do sex for money, for anybody. Okay, but sure shit, not Charles Perry. We're in court, this was inappropriate. This is out of court harassment. When you're in court, you don't do this kind of stuff, okay, to the other party. You don't do it, Mark. Okay? So, you leave everybody alone. So we had, and if you read my briefs, I dealt with this in my briefs, and it got ignored. Now, when Mr. Perry, we say Mr. Perry has to buy his way out, that's what we mean. We mean we see judges do things they should not be doing, or not do things they should be doing. Or duck hunting trips with Sam Cummings. Shit like that. Not deer hunting, not rabbit, duck hunting specifically. Okay, when you know, would any other victim know that? I don't think you've ever had a victim sue you before, have you? No, this is a whole different ballgame. This is hardball, motherfucker. Listen, I don't do broke, bitch. I don't do it. Okay? I don't do, I'm gonna badmouth her and try to put her in jail. And that, the first one we fucked up, so let's try a second one. Listen, everybody's onto your stupid, sick little game. Okay? Everybody's onto it. I know you guys sit around and bullshit yourselves all day and you think, nobody will suspect a thing. They do. That's why you can't get even a name. Not even one. You can't get my boss's name. I'm not fired. He has absolutely no thought at all about firing me. Who do you think tells me what you're up to? And how to get around it? You know, what planet do you fuckers live on? What planet do you live on? Okay. Also, I don't work for the local police department. I don't work for Judy Parker. I don't work for Judge Egan. I don't work for Tulsa Police. I don't work for the Texas Rangers. Okay? They don't dictate what I do. I have a boss. There's a criminal investigation going on that includes judges you've paid to do the wrong thing. They're under investigation with you. Okay? So I'm going to do what my boss tells me, because I don't want to go to jail with you. Okay? If they choose to do what you want and go to jail with you, that they got to live with that. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. I want to see you gone. I want to be able to tell the victims, you're safe now, we slayed your dragon. They're gone. They will never hurt you again. Okay? I'm not going to do something for someone I don't work for. Okay, we're making headway here. We're doing things, we're shaking up your flow. Like it's not been shaken up before. And since you sit there in your little daydream world, you don't know that, do you? Not my problem. I don't do finger paints. I don't do crayons. This is something your attorney needs to get through to you. Okay, so what has happened is he says you could run him politically, and I'm like, his politics, his jobs, his whatever. Who gives a fuck? You know what's important to me? I want the bitch to leave me the fuck alone. I've already moved twice. I've already tried to get protective orders against this guy. And yet here you are, soliciting sex on his behalf. Like you think I'm just some sort of, what do you think I am? That you would even ask me this question. I think that wow. And this poor guy didn't know I was recording him, but he does ask me about 3 times about wearing a wire. And I was like, where would I put a wire? And, but I did have one in my purse that was sitting right on the bar in front of him, sticking out the top of it. If he had looked very hard, he would have seen it, but thankfully he did not. So, trying to find where he says. Right there. Politically, it won't do a damn thing. Politically, you could ruin him. Well, which one is it? Will it not do a damn thing or will it ruin him? Either way, I don't give a fuck. No fucks are given. I want him to fucking leave me alone. That's what's important to me. This is unwanted male attention. The guy creeps me out. I've made that clear. And he needs to grow up and act his age and move on. Okay, we all get rejected. We all move on. And if you can't do it, you're inept. Okay? If you want to win, if you want to run for governor, I will never lie for you. I will never lie for you. Okay? You go campaign. And quit bothering me. And dig in your hole deeper and deeper. And listen, I don't care about whatever consequences you have. I care that you get off my back. Okay, that's my goal here. So sometimes I think as you know, everybody gets frustrated because Charles Perry takes things wrong every single time. Okay, so I'm not trying to help you and I'm not wishing you well in your crime here. What I'm saying is I wish you go away is what I want. That's my, okay, they can investigate they're already investigating the rest of your crimes that has nothing to do with me. Okay, my part was supposed to be to help you get elected, and that was it. I'm definitely ready for my part of this to be done and over with. So, fucking get off me. Get the fuck off my back. Okay? Just go away. Leave me and everybody else alone. I've told people, here's what I like in men, and here's what I don't like. And you vigorously pursue everything women, in general, don't like. No woman likes your ghetto. No woman likes creepy. No one likes that. And the more you know girls don't like that, the more you do it. So what does that say about you? What does it say about you? Yeah, probably not what you had hoped for, sir. Okay, and this thing with my son is a very, very big problem. Okay, you have no idea what's about to hit all you people on that. You don't know. I'm not going to help you with that either. Okay, so, look, we have this documented. See? We have this very well documented, Mr. Perry. So people do suspect a thing. You know, why do you think everybody's as stupid as you are? Why do you think that? You guys really bullshit yourself something terrible. Okay, on the first false arrest, I went through all of these. The reason these are together is because of the similarities. A pattern has emerged here on these two cases. When a police report is filed against you, or possibly you, it's very fishy, don't you think? Do you really think people are so stupid they won't figure this out? That they can't put two and two together in their heads? Do you really, just because you can't? Do you guys really think that? I don't, that's not my problem, what you think. But I know nobody will give you even a name. They don't trust you even with that, do they? Nobody. All that money. Nope. Okay, all the money that you paid for a cover-up bought us information. And now I had to pay for poison coffee. So guess what, David? That'll come out of your ass all week long for the rest of the week. It's going to cost you. You do not do that to me. You don't do it to me or my family. It will come right out of your ass one way or the other. You're going to pay eventually with criminal charges. Right now, you're going to pay with some other consequences, but you're going to pay, and you're going to pay now. One way or the other. Okay? So whatever intel we got today, David, is your fault for poisoning me, in spite of the fact I just said they're trying to poison me. Okay? So the money that cost me for the product I could not use, you're going to pay for it one way or the other. It may not be money right now. It may be intel. And you did all day long. And I've said this, repeated it over and over. We say it, then we show you. Then we say it, then we show you. Then we say it again, then we show you again. You're going to give back what you took. You're going to fix the problems you caused me. And you're going to get the fuck out of my life. Get the fuck out of my life. No, suit yourself. Oh, look, we got more. We'll do it for you. We don't need your help. We don't need your help when we get more. Why would we need your help with that? Yeah. Let's just kidnap her right out of her bed in the middle of the night. Just wait till she goes to sleep. And we know that when that is, because we're just peeper creepers. Right? Oh my God. Okay, so anyone who wants to look at the first false arrest and Mike Neely's.
Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz.
Mike Neely's deal. You can just, it's right there. We do the whole thing, the ABC, almost the fingers and fingerprint paints and crayons with that. So all of this stuff has been, I document things. Okay, now when you do try to, keep talking about this murder frame up that you guys have been trying to do for a long time, you act like you think that will cover up your crime, and it will not. Okay, it's just more crime, because you would have to commit perjury, as you know good and well I wasn't there on the night of the murder or ever at the crime scene. I don't know. The guys won't tell me who was murdered. I don't even know if it's male, female, the date, or where this happened. I just know they've told me you've never been there. We know everywhere you go, and so do they, by the way. They're stalking you. They know exactly where you were that night. It wasn't there. And they're recording you talking about framing me for a murder. DNA is inconclusive. Well, it wasn't me, so it would be inconclusive. But it seems like whoever that looks like me, but she's bigger than me and quite a bit heavier than me and younger than me, maybe go get her DNA and maybe it'll match. Okay? Okay. So, right, Richard? Come on, you're the one that works on that, right, Richard and Desiree? See, I know these things because we hear you guys talking about all this. You're under police investigation for human trafficking. Conspirators come to commit human trafficking. Got it? We've told you this before. You ought to know. Desiree's name's on the list. Richard's name's on the list. Once you get on the list, you never come off. Okay? Good luck with that. You have Charles and Dave to thank for that, because every contact, every problem, every loss. They take something from me, we take something from them. They cause problems for me, we cause problems for them. That's how this worked for 15 years. You ought to have it down by now. This is how this works. Okay, doesn't matter what you daydream, doesn't matter what you pretend, doesn't matter what you make believe, doesn't matter what you understand or don't understand. That is the way it is, and it is what it is. Okay? All right. Whatever it is you try to do to besmirch me or discredit me, these questions still remain unanswered to this day. We've asked them many, many times. Now, if you have nothing to hide, what's so hard about answering those fucking questions, Mr. Perry? You are subject to public scrutiny. Produce the answers to the questions and your schedule, sir. And please explain why the fuck you were in Pensacola on the night of Lucky Miller's murder, and why. How many times have you been there? What were you doing? Who were you there? What? Okay? When you can do all that, then you can prove me wrong on fact, maybe, instead of RICO Act violations. Okay? You think you're going to kidnap me right out of my bed? Is that Gregory that talks about that all the time, or Lucius? I mean, there's a whole bunch of you people. There's a whole bunch. Look at my list. This is my list of people that are involved in trying to human traffic me and other victims. See? Lots of people. Once your name is on my list, it will never come off. You will have my guys up your ass all day and all night, 24/7, 365 for the rest of your life, Richard. Richard likes to try to get my ringtone. Get a ringtone, Richard. Right? $1 ringtone, Richard. What about Desiree? Beverly. I don't know these. The thing is, I've never met these people. I've met Richard, I think. Okay, he's never walked up to me and said, "Hi, I'm Ringtone Richard. I work with Charles Perry. I'm one of his co-conspirators and his accomplices in human trafficking, and we're trying to traffic you. And here's the amount of money I stand to make once you're delivered." He's never said that to me. Bentoncourt's never said that to me. Desiree's not. None of these people have ever said that. Beverly's never said that to me. So at times they may have come where I am. I don't know where they are. I don't know who they are. But I might be at work, and here they are. They found out when I work and where I work. And they just pop in for a visit to what? Harass me? I don't know. Look at that. Once your name's on the list, it doesn't come off, Gordy. You know how I got your name? You fucked with my kid, Gordy. Okay, so we hear David, Robertson, and Gordy are the guys that do the poison, and the guy Wade who makes the silt sealant. They put in my food. It makes you really sick. It's supposed to close up your sphincter and cause bowel obstruction. Charles Perry wants me in the hospital so they can make me go on Medicaid, and then they can take my Medicaid benefits. And by the way, I'm easier to kidnap there, right? Isn't that your plan, Brody? Or what's the guy's name? Shit. Maybe it's Brody. I don't know who. There's one of them. that I haven't. I definitely don't think I've met him. Brody, maybe, that comes up with a lot of this bullshit. Can we get her? Blah 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 blah. Okay, well, you do the crime to me, you're gonna get caught. So not likely, sir. Not likely, sir. So I knew what to do last night because I have some help, so that it didn't end up in the hospital. But I was sick, and it's not the first time that they've done that to me. And so you pay with name C sometimes when we take. And you don't have even one of our guys' names. Not even one. Not even one. I have like 160 names to your none. Now, why do you think that is? We think it's PG&E got all pissed off at us, and maybe they went to the LA County Sheriff's Department terrorism unit, and then, by the way, those guys can come in your house and say they're fixing your electric and then put a bug, and we heard the whole thing this morning because David poisoned me last night. And so you always pay with intel. For right now, we're going to use that intel to put you in jail. Okay? Alternatively, fuck off. Just fuck off. Give back what you took. Fix the problems you caused me and my kids, and get the fuck out of my life. Mr. Perry, if you contact me, I will get more. Some of these are for Mr. Perry's unwanted contact. Some of them are. Okay? You know what else we got? You've labeled your crime. Acts of coercion. Papa John's means to deliver a victim in a human trafficking deal. You guys do know it's illegal to human traffic, right? Okay, if your attorneys haven't told you that, get a better attorney. Okay? Because there's prosecutors after your ass right now. That's how we got these. And those names I just showed you. There's prosecutors, there's law enforcement. They've got to get investigatory orders. They have to get investigatory orders signed somehow. Who do you think walks in and gets those? Okay, nobody's going to tell you anything. You're going to have people say, we don't know anything about it. And some are lying and some are telling you the truth. And until you go to jail, you won't know which one's lying and which one's telling you the truth. And here's the thing, you guys lie about everything. So why do you expect everybody to tell you the truth? You're the offender. They don't have to tell you the truth. It's a need to know for a reason, okay? It is a need to know for a reason. You're the offender, you don't get to know. Okay, my boss told you, when you do what I told you to do, and fuck the hell off her. Okay, give it back and get out. I'm not going to help you if she's broke. I'm not going to help you if you're peeping and creeping. I'm not going to help you if she's not with her kids. I'm not going to help you if you're poisoning her, drugging her, and causing her problems. Forget it. I don't have to help you at all. But if anybody is going to answer your questions, don't contact Cynthia. She's not authorized, and she doesn't want to hear from you. You call me. You talk to me. But I won't give you the time of day if you can't follow simple instructions and comply with the law and leave her alone. I'm not going to help you if you peep and creep. I'm not going to help you if she's broke. I'm not going to help you if she's not with her kids. I'm not going to help you if you're causing problems and loss for her, and she can't even drink coffee without ending up in the hospital and maybe dying. Get a life and get out of hers. And we've told you that for 6 years. He's not going to fire me. Who do you think tells me what you're doing and helps me get around it? He's horrified by you. When I heard, there's a lot of times he'll cry when you do something to me. He cries and I'm not even crying. You know why I don't cry? Because the shrink that we have told me he's a sex sadist. If you cry, he actually gets a sex thrill out of that. You cannot cry right now. And I was like, how the hell do I not cry? The stuff that they've done to me, they're doing to me. Well, this is where we do the math, because you feel feelings, you feel scared. Sometimes I'd be too scared to leave my house because you're going to murder me or something, or kidnap me or something. So I wouldn't leave my house. I was not functioning like I needed to. And I was crying a lot. And she's like, you got to stop this because he's getting a sex thrill out of that. And the more you give into that, be a normal person, be a normal human being, and respond normally to the abnormal situation he's imposing on you, he gets a sex thrill from it. So you can't give him that. So what you're going to have to do is, in your one side of your brain, your creative side of your brain is where you feel feelings. And so start doing math and it'll switch you to the other side. And at first it didn't work. And I just did it more and more and more. And pretty soon it just became part of a habit for me and part of my daily routine, like brushing my teeth. So I don't cry now. I just don't. I mean, rare that I cry. Very rare. And I try to make sure Mr. Perry doesn't know a damn thing about it because we're not giving him a sex thrill, and that's all there is to it. Okay, I want to ruin the guy so that the crime stops. Okay, that's what I want. Unfortunately, that's what it's going to take because everybody's tried to reason with him and tell him stop doing this. And just talk to him and reason with him. Stop doing this. And he just won't. He just won't stop. He won't leave everybody alone. And he thinks he should get a trophy for that. Odd as that might sound to all normal people. No, you don't get a trophy for that. So it's going to take ruining him. Because he's causing suffering for people that didn't do a thing to him. Nothing. Okay, so we got all these. I mean, David, you poisoned me. Charles, you contact me. You cause problems and loss for me. You pay with intel. Okay, no other victim has this. I have this. We're not doing this for party entertainment. We're going to take it to court and put you in jail with it. I've made our position very clear. We don't mix words. I don't hold anything back. We've stated our intent very, very clearly, very, very concisely, very, very articulately, very professionally. With when I call you guys names, there's a reason I do that. I don't have to explain that to you. I don't. Okay, and if you're another cop going, how come I can't get away with that and she can? I don't have to explain that to you either. Okay? If there comes a day that I feel like I should or I need to, after they're in jail and they're convicted and all that's over with, then I might sit you down and explain it to you. But right now, you don't know a lot of things that are going on and things that are in the strategy meetings and things that are, he's going to kill her. We got to keep him from killing her. He's trying to kill her. Okay, you're not in that. I am. You don't lose everything and everyone. I did. Okay, you're not the victim. I am. So when you're in my place and get to hear all the information we have, you know about 1/8 of what we have. Then you can do your Monday morning quarterbacking bullshit. And you don't know my position either. And I don't work for you. And I don't work for your department, most likely. Okay, so do you see all this? Do you see all this? Right now, you don't need to worry about it. You go do your job. You're not putting him in jail. Why aren't you putting him in jail? When you put him in jail and you do your job, then you can worry about what I'm doing, okay? But there's a lot of strategy involved in everything that we do. There's a lot of shrink. We'll sit down and she knows everybody's personality and everybody's current stressors, and we know what everybody's going to do pretty much on any given day. And here's how they're going to react to this, and here's how they're going to react to that. And guess what that will do? That'll make this informant react this way and this informant. Okay, it's a whole big circle of life thing. Whole big circle of, chess game. Okay? And my life is on the line and yours is not. Okay? When yours is, then call me and we'll talk then. Okay? Otherwise, I don't want to hear, you don't get to question what I do. You don't work for my boss. You're not in the need to know. You go do you. Okay? If you think that if you know about the crime and you didn't put them in jail yourself, don't even get in my face with that. Don't. Okay? That won't go well for you. I don't physically hurt people unless you're going to physically hurt me. And if it's me and you, it's not going to be me. But I mean, it's not going to be a fun experience for you if you think you're going to come tell me what I can and can't do or should and shouldn't do when you're not in my place and you're not, 1/8 of the information that I know, huh? Okay. Do we settle all that? These conversations you guys have, you pay with intel. That's the intel. Watch it, don't piss me off. Okay, so we have all these questions that need to be answered. And besmirching me is not going to change the fact that they're not answered. Okay? And, everybody's sick and tired of that. Now, here's the other weird one. Here's the disease stuff. After we say all this, after this is all said, they still put poison coffee on the shelves, repackaged. And I'm not going to say what store it was right now. That doesn't mean I won't in the future, but today I'm not. But they've done it at restaurants. They've done it at all the stores I shop at. So the guys have all that. They'll put that's going to be some charges for that. Okay, this right here, Mr. Perry, with the threats every day of, I'm going to have you pulled over and arrested, call me. Where is that? Right here. Every fucking day. Like, every fucking day this guy does this. Okay. I don't want to help you in any way, so don't take this the wrong way like you do everything else. But, you know, my attorney has it. I literally get threatened with that every day. We're going to kidnap her right out of her bed. We're going to get her in the hospital and get her on Medicaid and then kidnap her, and then we can take her Medicaid benefits. My God. Wow. Who's in LA? Who's working in LA? You got an LA compound too? Just, how do you handle the country bumpkin thing in Oklahoma and Texas? I don't know how you do it. Mr. Perry, every time you contact me, I get more to ruin you with because I don't want to hear from you. Okay? I don't give a fuck what you think. I didn't ask you, did I? I'll never help you. I will never help you. Okay? Why do I have to say that over and over and over for you? And it just never clicks? Why can't you understand those words like a normal grown-up man? Okay? I'm not your attorney. Your attorney needs to sit you down and explain what those words mean. I don't care what you think. That's why I didn't ask you. I don't want to help you. I will never help you. Fuck off. Every contact gets me more because it's intended to deter your contact. Just shut up and go away, please. And leave me alone. Okay, so this is... Okay, I'm having you pulled over, blah, blah. Okay, here's the thing with my car. I got rid of the car because he threatened to have me pulled over and arrested so many times it wasn't worth it to have a car anymore. So what are you going to pull me over in? I catch a ride with someone or I borrow someone's car, sir? What are you going to have me pulled over in? And when I don't go anywhere. I can't go to the gym to tan or whatever I want to do at the gym because you threatened to kidnap me there or steal my driver's license or other property when I go to the gym. So my guys are trying to work something out with the gym so that I can go and be safe at the gym. Okay? Until they do, I can't go to the gym. I don't have a job because you decided you didn't want me to have. I'm not gonna let her work because she has to be broke or she won't come with us. Well, so I don't have any money to go shopping. So where am I going, Mr. Perry? Huh? Where am I gonna go and in what car and with who that I would get pulled over to get arrested and then call you? And why would I call you and not the people helping me? I mean, do you hear the crazy that comes out of your mouth? The absolute nutbag crazy that comes out of your mouth? Is it Walmart? And then right after that, is Walmart telling on us? Is it Jim? Is it Bob? Is it your family? Who's telling it? Just say it. I can see you. That's my whole day, every day, all day long. Wow. And now it's this, the other thing David paid for with the poisoned food and coffee was, and by the way, if they didn't poison the food and the coffee, they would have made sure I didn't have the money for coffee. The only reason they made sure I had enough money, somebody gave me money. The only reason they made sure that I had money to go buy coffee is because they poisoned it. So they wanted me to go buy it, right? Okay, everything's about, they always have an agenda. So either keep you from doing normal things you would do in a normal day, if they weren't there, and if they let you do it, they got an agenda. She can't work. And then if I get a job, you're going to do the same thing you did at the last job and harass me there and make it a hostile environment? See, this is why nobody will help you with even a name. You don't do that to people. You don't do it. So since you can't get a name, and I can. We don't act like you. We can get names. We get information. Okay, so the other thing was, Mr. Perry has some problem about my underwear, which for someone to be this worried about my underwear, they really need to get a life. It doesn't get any more boring, lame, and pathetic than this. There's never been a day in my life that I did not wear underwear. Okay? I had some underwear I usually wear more loose-fitting pants, and because of waitressing, I bought some. They're actually called scuba pants. So it's the material is very similar to scuba. So it fits tighter, and that way I can put my driver's license in my pocket, and it can't be pickpocketed while I'm working. That's why I bought those pants specifically, because they kept talking about pickpocketing my driver's license out of my wallet. So this has been a couple years ago. Because I haven't worked at Sensations for a couple of years now. Mr. Perry's contacting me still. He just did it again. So that'll cost you. Okay? That'll cost you. I don't care what you think, and I will never help you. So, anyway, I had tighter fitting pants so that it would be more difficult for them to pull my driver's license out of my pocket while I'm working. Looser fitting pants, that's easier to do. Pickpocket me. And they talked about it, so I went to the store and I bought tighter fitting pants, which meant you could see my panty line. So some customers were giving me a hard time about it, so I just went and bought, there's plenty of kind of underwear you can buy that doesn't have a panty line. So I went and did that. Mr. Perry goes around and telling everybody she's not wearing any underwear, which, first of all, that's none of your business, is it? I worked in a strip club, by the way, but I did have pants on. But I was working in a strip club, and whether or not I'm wearing underwear is none of your business, sir. And you're a peeping creep, so you should know I had underwear on. You're a peeping Tom. Creepo. So you knew I had underwear on. And you knew that I went and bought underwear that didn't make a line, panty line. So for these phone calls to happen is, you're not going to get a name of my boss doing shit like that. Okay, you need to get a life. It doesn't get any more stupid and sick than that. Well, it does, but it doesn't get any more lame and pathetic and boring than some guy who has nothing better to do than run around telling people I may or may not have underwear on. It's none of your business. Nothing in my life is any of your business. Okay, you are something with a nosy body, Connie thing. You're like a little old lady, Gladys or whatever. You just cannot fucking get a life. Just noses around in everybody else's shit. It is pathetic. I mean, I'm embarrassed for you, really. All right, so we're just gonna, see, we sent this out yesterday. And after that, David still had the store put poison on the shelf, and it did make me sick. And I would have been in the hospital had the guys not told me what to do. Okay? So, that's an attempted murder charge, isn't it? Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I don't know what they're going to charge you guys with. They're not going to let that go. Right now you pay them with intel when you do stuff like that to me. Every problem, every contact, every loss. Okay? You're keeping me from my kids. You're making me broke. And this is not what we do to get a trophy, Mr. Perry. You act like you're supposed to get a trophy for that. You're not. Okay, you got people hating your guts. They won't help you. They won't. How many people say, don't help him, don't help him, help her. Mr. Perry, I just had the most disturbing conversation I've ever had in my life. It was with Charles Perry. He just told me he wants to make a problem bad enough for Cynthia to call him. Who the fuck says stuff like that? Who the fuck thinks stuff like that? I mean, it made me want to throw up. So help her, not him. We cannot have that kind of stuff. We cannot have it. All right, then we get this. Let's see. Every contact, every problem, every loss, David. Every time you poison my food, Gordy. See, we get all kinds of... We're just going to show the email. Okay? You happy? Did you meet your goals today? We did. We surpassed our goals today. You made that easy. Oh, this one. You got these two guys on the TikTok videos calling Neil, the stalker Neil, who's menacing and harassing, garbage and disgusting and rape. And so Mr. Perry doesn't get to cry, foul when he's doing that and worse. Literally all day. I'm going to have you pulled over and arrested. Call me. Who's telling on me? Is it Walmart? Is it your family? Is it Bob? Is it Al? Is it Jim? Just say it. I can see you. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wow. Go home and crochet with your grandkids, cuckoo bird. Okay? And then you will have something to cover up.